Welcome to the madness!
Hey, how's it going, folks? The name's Steffi, and welcome back to another episode of my solo play series of War Against the Darkness. Alright, so we're back with episode 3, and in the last episode we covered the basics of battle. We delved into our first dungeon, and we got introduced to a boss monster. That's right. So upon searching one of the corridors, we unfortunately rolled on the table and we got a wandering monster, which was a boss, and it was an orc brute. Unfortunately, throughout the fight, we lost a little bit of health, but most importantly, we lost one of our party members, Margaret, team below our half. Now, there is a couple of things I do want to clarify for anyone that's watching episode 2. So, I could have done the luck point ability with Margaret. Now, the reason why I didn't was because the luck point ability allows you to re-roll any attack, defense rolls, and any other rolls that other members can do. Now, the reason why I didn't was for two reasons. Number one, we were just into the dungeon, right? Now, one of the things I neglected to go over was that any classes, abilities, or spells, unfortunately, there is no way to replenish them during the dungeon. Once your uses are up, they cannot get them back until we exit the dungeon and start a new one. So, 2 points, I felt like we could have used them later on, in my opinion. But also as well, we got to remember that Margin's modifiers were not the best. It's a +1 against trolls and orcs, which an orc shows the +1 on defense roll and a -1 on the attack roll. And we had to beat a 5. So to do a re-roll, to try and beat a 5, the percentage is actually quite low. So I didn't want to run the risk of wasting one of those when maybe later on, if he survived, we could have got it. To tell you the truth, looking back, the fact that only one person survived and none of us died, like more died, is an absolute miracle. You can lose people very, very easily in this fight. It's in this game, honestly, it's quite mental. The other thing as well, once to clarify, I did clarify it in a text box in the last episode as well, is the marching orders. Specifically says in battle, which if you rewind episode 2, it specifically says that you cannot change the battle lines, so that's out the question. Number 3 as well is the XP roll. I've decided who I'm going to give it to. And finally, number 4, which we're going to come to the mechanics of what happens if you lose a party member. So, since we have a party member down, let's go over to the PDF and I will find it. Okay, so I found a section on Fallen Heroes, so let me read what we can do. So, Fallen Heroes. When a character loses his last life, he slumps to the ground mortally wounded. If the combat is still going on, a partner may still access any scroll, potion, vial of holy water, weapon, shield, and magic item on the dead adventurer's body, but to do so, the comrade must forfeit his attack for that turn. If the party withdraws from the room, one adventurer may carry the body of the fallen comrade if you wish, but that character will not be able to make defense rolls and will be automatically hit by any monster attacking him. A comrade carrying a dead friend will automatically be in the rear guard of the marching order, position 3 or 4. The party may carry a dead comrade out of the dungeon by moving to the first room in the dungeon. They are assumed to leave the body just out of the dungeon, redistribute among themselves any treasure or equipment the dead comrade was carrying, and they may continue the adventure if they wish. If you leave treasure on the comrade's body, there's a 5 in 6 chance it will be stolen if you leave it unguarded. You may want to carry a dead comrade out of the dungeon for 2 reasons: to give him a proper burial, or if you can afford to spend 1,000 gold at the local church attempts a resurrection ritual. Roll a d6, if the result is equal or lower than the character's level, the ritual is a success. The character comes back to life and may continue to play the campaign if the roll fails. The money is spent, but the character is incredibly lost. A new first level character must be chosen to replace the dead adventurer. So, automatically hit. The party may carry a dead comrade out of the dungeon by moving to the first room of the dungeon. They are assumed to leave the body just out of the dungeon, distribute the most cells and treasure. So, basically, what this means is, for our current situation, what we are going to do is, the party is going to drag, wrong window, there we go. So the party is going to drag Margin's body, and it's going to move it to the first room. So, you know, it's going to move it to the first room, and basically leave it there for when they come back, they can bring it back to town for a burial. That's what I'm going to do. Now, in terms of equipment, basically they're going to separate the, basically they're just going to strip them dry. So, all he has is a hatchet and 4 gold pieces. So, I'm going to say that Nympheus, who has the lowest of the 2 gold pieces, is going to take all 4, so his total is going to be 6. Says, I bought the lantern, I should take it. And then I'm just going to say that the hatchet is just going to go to the Cinzandoro. Hatchet. Okay, so yeah, so basically he is, and the snacks is just flavor like I mentioned. So basically, 0 gold, and the hatchet's been moved. Now, in terms of the weapons, now there's nothing in the module that says this, but what I was thinking was I was thinking of borrowing a rule from Dungeons and Dragons. Now, in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, there's something called 2-weapon fighting, where basically you can, in its simplest terms, allows you to make 2 attacks with 2 different weapons or 2 different hands. Now, I was thinking about that rule in 4 Against the Darkness. Now, there's nothing in the PDF that specifically says, so I was thinking maybe I could do that with the characters. So, for example, Nympheus, has the sickle in one hand and a lantern in the other. So, Cinzandoro has a dagger, but you can have a hatchet in the other one. And because the class is light weapons, I was thinking maybe I could make 2 attacks to make up for the lack of a 4th party member. I'm not sure what to think about that. I'm going to leave it with you for now. But for now, I'm just going to assume he's just going to attack with the 1 weapon. I mean, that's just an idea I had. Now, the level up. So, my choice came down to Cinzandoro and to Sweetlook. Now, Sweetlook would have been my optimal choice because increasing her to level 2 would not only give her more health, but more importantly would give her a +2 to the attack roll, because her attack roll for now is a 0 because of the hand weapon plus her character level. So it would be a +2. Now, I've not mentioned what I call the quote-unquote rush mechanic yet, but having that +2 would be fantastic, and I'll explain why when we get to that situation. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to level up Cinzandoro instead. The reason why is because not only does he get an extra bit of health, so he's quote-unquote back to full, he gains an extra level to his outnumbered attack, and he gains a level to his defense roll, and he gains an extra modifier to his trap disarm as well. So having 4 things being upped instead of just 1 just makes it more generalistically better in my opinion. So in terms of outnumbered, if you're wondering what I mean, if the party's numbers is greater than the enemy's numbers, that's when rogues can add their attack level to, they can add their level to the attack modifiers, excuse me. You know, representing backstabbing, if you will. You know, that traditional roguish style of play. So, yep, so he's going to be level 2. He does not have 3 health anymore, he has 4. And then this has gone from a +2 to a +3. And we add a +2 to the, we had a +2 to the trap roll. But, I don't know why I didn't do that. I don't know why I did that, because we need to roll for it. I completely forgot. Lunacy. Absolute lunacy. So, just a reminder as well, we're going to go back to the PDF, because, you know, I like to, for now, you know, we're going to bounce back and forward just to make sure everybody's up to date. Okay. Alright, so leveling up. Basically, a character of your choice may attempt to level up. It's called an XP roll. Roll a die. If the result is higher than the character's current level, the character gains a level. So down here, Dom, the 3rd level wizard, is a party that managed to kill the Chaos Lord. They attempt an XP roll. The player rolls a 3, which is not higher than Dom's current level, so Dom remains a 3rd level wizard. So in this case, we need to beat a level We's basically be a 1 forces Andrew to level up, which is basically a, it's basically a 5 out of 6 chance, so 80% chance, I suppose. Right, so let's do this then. If there's a 1, this series ends. Good. I had visions this morning before I started recording this episode, thinking it was going to be a 1. So yeah, so basically, he's leveled up. Cool, no wasting my time. So, let's get the Orc Brute out of the way. Let me get this out of the way. Right, so now we need to re-go the marching order. So I think the marching order is still going to be Sweet Luck. Sweet Luck's going to take the lead. No, in fact, do you know what? Actually, I'm going to keep her with the sling, and I'll tell you why in a second when we get there. I'm going to put Sandra up front. So well, let's do it this way so we can keep it sort of neat and tidy. I think because we have 3 people, we can actually make these a bit bigger now. And we keep Nymphius in the back with the lantern. Oh no, actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put her in third, and I'm going to put Nymphius in second. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so now, they've came back, and they came back to the spot here. Now, we can have a choice. We can either take a left or right, or we can go to one of these 2 other doors. Now, depending on what we have, I was going to say this room could be adjacent between these 2, depending on what we roll. So yeah, let's roll our next room then. So let's go back to PDF. Okay. Let's roll a d66. Remember, this is a minimum of 11, so maximum of 66. The first 6 is the 10s, the second is the units. 49. Okay, so we get room 49, which is room 49. Oh, that's right, it's not on there. Okay, let's re-roll that. Better if I just roll 2 individual 6s, eh? Yeah, keep forgetting about that. Okay, so the first one is 2. And we have 26. Okay, so room 26 is... Ooh. Here and here. Okay. Actually, I didn't even decide which way we're going, haven't we? Alright, folks, so we got room 26 open, as you see here. So, as you can see, we have a door here and a door there. So the door there is going to connect to the corridor. They haven't known that just yet. We have an unopened passage this way and open passage that way. Now, there's nothing in the PDF that says about rotating the rooms, so I'm just literally copy and paste them there. So this room leads into so this door leads into this room. So now, what we need to do is we need to roll on the table's content to see what's inside. Now this is a 2d6, remember correctly. So as you see, we have 2, which is treasure found, 3, treasure protected by a trap, 4 if corridor is automatically empty, otherwise roll on the special events table. 5 is empty, but roll on the special feature table. 6 is vermin, 7 minions. If corridor empty, otherwise roll on the minions table. 9 is empty, 10 if corridor empty, otherwise roll on the weird monsters table. 11 roll on the boss table. And 12, the small dragon's lair. Right, so let's roll and let's see what we have. Let's roll a 2d6. And we have 4. Okay, so 4 is if corridor empty, which is not, it's a room. So we roll on special events table. And let's see what we have. So the 6 choices that we have. Just want to check things. Yep. So the 6 choices that we have is a fountain. All wounded characters recover 1 life the first time they encounter a fountain in the adventure. Further fountains have no effect, so it's just a one-time heal. Blessed Temple. A character of your choice gains a +1 attack against undead monsters or demons. As soon as the character kills at least 1 undead or demon, bonus gone. Armory. All characters can change the weapons if they want, within the limits of the weapons allowed to their character type. For example, a warrior who is using a sword and shield may discard his shield and take a 2-handed weapon, or exchange his sword for a mace. Cursed Altar. As you enter the room, an eerie glow emanates from a sinister altar. Around the character is cursed, and now has a -1 on his defense rolls. To break the curse, the character must either slay a boss monster alone, or enter a blessed temple. Now, slay a boss monster alone, I think that means they have to get the final kill, I believe. I'm not entirely too sure about that terminology. It can either mean that they have to face the monster by themselves, or they get the final kill. I believe it might be final kill. or enter a blessed table, which is C2 or above, or have a blessing spell cast on himself by cleric, which we've got. Statue, you may leave the statue alone or touch it. If you touch it, roll a d6. 1 to 3, the statue attacks your party. Level 4 boss with 6 life points, immune to all spells. If you defeat it, you find 3 d6 times 10 gold pieces inside. 4 to 6, the statue breaks and we still find a find treasure. And then the puzzle room. The room contains a puzzle box. Its level is d6. You may leave it alone or try to solve it. For every failed attempt, the character tries to solve it loses 1 life. Wizards and rogues add the level to their puzzle solving roll. When the puzzle is solved, the box opens, making a treasure roll to determine its contents. So let's see what we got. So let's roll a d6. 5. 5 is the statue. Okay, so the party enter the first room and see this closed room with 2 doors. Inside is a statue of an angel, just to give a nice little representation. So we need to roll a d6 to determine what happens. Hold on. You may leave the statue alone or touch it. That's a good question. So let's do an oracle. Does the party touch the statue? Do they examine the statue? Let's have a look. No, they do not. They do not examine the statue, so they leave it alone, thinking it's probably just a bit of architecture or some stuff like that. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's very good. Okay, right, so it's a new day for me. And, right, so we went through the last room, which was an angel statue. So what I'm going to do is, I think every time the party comes through this door, I think what they're going to do is I'm going to do an oracle roll to determine if the party interacts with the statue, if they notice something about it, you know, passing through. Obviously this time they didn't interact with it. I'm just going to say that they didn't notice anything special about it. It's just a statue. Probably just thought it's just, you know, statue with what to, you know, just statue, just decorate whatever dungeon this is. But maybe on the way back, they might notice something. Okay, so now we actually have a little bit of a choice now. So we can either go through the door to the right, or we could double back and go through the door to the left. Now, I'm going to say that the party checked the other door, maybe just opened it up, just to have a little peek through, and then they realized that this is the corridor that they were in the beginning. And I just noticed we got a door here as well. So yeah, so there's 3 ways we can go. We can go to the right, to the left, or that way. Which was kind of interesting, because if we go this way or that way, this could be a room or a corridor that could join these 2 together, or this could just be literally a dead end. So let's have a look. Right, okay, so we are going to decide which way we're going to go now. So let's say this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. We'll go from left to right in terms of order. So let's do a D3, which way are we going? Right, okay, so we're going to go to the right this time. Perfect. So obviously as well, we have to pay attention to... Obviously as well, we have to pay attention to a few things. I mean, we're down to 3 party members. I mean, we do have Sandro at level 2 now. I mean, he's a +3 to defense, but if we get outnumbered, or if we face another boss monster, then we're going to have to consider maybe withdrawing and going to a different direction. But the whole objective is to get some treasure just to get our party members started. Alright, so let's roll 2 d6s. Well, individual d6s to determine what room we have. So we got 51. Okay, 51. What is that? 51. Let's go to the PDF. Okay, 51 is... Find it. Ooh, 51 is a U-shape. Interesting. So we got a door leading into 2 of the doors, and this is a room now. Alright then. Okay, set up. Alright, so here we go. So we got room 51, which is a nice U-shaped, leading to 2 different doors, which is interesting, but we need to determine what the room's contents is. So we're gonna go back to the PDF. We're just gonna scroll down, is it? Yep, just go scroll down. Alright, let's see what we got then. Oh my god, it's not another boss. Let's have a look. 2d6. 2. No, what do we have? 2d6 is treasure. Brilliant. So no encounter, we just got treasure. Perfect. Okay, so we need to roll down to the treasure table now. So the treasure table is right here. So, in terms of treasure, we have 6 different options. We have, well, if we roll 0 or less, which... 0 or less. No treasure found. There's more. Okay, what is going on with that? It's a d6. Give me 1 second. I might be missing something with that. Okay, so looting. When your party defeats all the monsters in the room, make a roll on the treasure table. Some monsters have more treasure than others. Some have a treasure roll modifier. For example, if the monster's profile says treasure -1, you roll at -1 on the table. Some monsters don't have treasure at all. You make 1 roll per encounter, not 1 roll per monster. Roll on the treasure even if the monsters flee. Distribute to loot treasure as you see fit amongst your characters. However, barbarians may not be assigned magic items. They won't use them, and they won't even carry them. Wonder monsters will never have treasure. Right, so that's what it means. Okay, I was a little bit confused there. Yeah, I was a little confused there. That's fine. Okay, so in terms of our treasure, we have between 0 and 6 or more. So the 0, we don't get anything. On the 1, we get D6 gold pieces. 2, 2D6 gold pieces. 3, a scroll with a random spell. I'll go over the spells if we get that. 4, 1 gem worth 2d6 times 5 gold pieces. 5, 1 item of jewelry worth 3d6 times gold pieces. And 6 or more is a magic item from the magic treasure table below. And the 6 that we have is 1 asleep. Allows users to cast sleep 3 times before its energy is depleted. Only wizards and elves may use it. Add the user's level to determine the spell roll, as you would do for the sleep spell cast by that character. 2, ring of teleportation. Allows the user to automatically pass a defense roll by moving the character out of the room. That character may not take part in the current combat, but rejoins the party as soon as the combat is over. After 1 use, the ring loses power and becomes a simple ring worth 1d6 plus 1 gold pieces. Fool's Gold. This magical, but fake gold pieces will let the user automatically bribe the next monster asks for a bribe. No matter what the monster asks, the gold will appear enough to satisfy this greed. This is a 1-use magic item. Magic Weapon. Gives a +1 to its user's attack rolls. It is a permanent magical item. Roll a d6 to determine its type. 1. Crushing light hand weapon. 2. Slashing light hand weapon. 3. Crushing hand weapon. 4 to 5. Slashing hand weapon. And 6 is a bow. So, yeah. Little stoked. Little annoyed that there isn't a 2D two-handed option, but that makes sense since the two-handed weapons already come with a +1, so it'll be a little overpowered. Potion Healing can be swallowed at any time, healing all lost life to a single creature. This does not require an action. This is a 1-use magic item. Usable by all classes except barbarians, and we have the Fireball Staff. The staff allows its user to cast Fireball spell twice, and its power is depleted. Only wizards may use it. Add the user's levels to determine the spell roll, as you would do for the Fireball spell cast by that character. So, let's see what we're going to get then. So we need to roll a d6. We get 2, so we get 6 d6 gold pieces. So I'm just going to say that they enter a room, and there seems to be the body of a previously dead adventurer. And upon searching the remains of this corpse, they find a bag full of 1 gold pieces. Okay then, perfect. So, 4 gold pieces, so who's going to take it? Let's see, I think, let's give it to Nephisius right now. Nephisius. Yeah, we'll give it to him for now, so that's going to take his total up to 10. So he's got 10 gold pieces to start off with. That's fine. Just realised I'm on the wrong thing. I want to be on the marker, not the pencil. Okay then, so that wasn't too bad then. So they came in, and found some gold. Okay, now we need to make a little bit of a choice. So now we have 4 different rooms to check through. So let's do a d4 to determine which way they're going to go. So 1. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Do a d4, 2. Okay, so they're going to double back the way. Seeing the 2 doors, I think the party is going to be a little cautious. They don't want to wander too far from the entrance, so instead of going further into the unknown, they're going to backpedal to this door. Yeah, they're going to backpedal to this door, and they're going to go for this door. That's fine. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, I'd probably do the same if I was controlling the party, but I'm trying to let the party do what they want to do. Okay, right, so we need to go to the room. So we need to go to the rooms now. So yeah, so pretty much this is how the dungeons are just going to flow. I mean, you know, we go to a room, we roll on the room table, we put the room onto the dungeon construction layout, roll table, and if we get battle, we get battle. You know, it's pretty simple. This is why I said that this is a very simple game to pick up, and the fact is that you can just play, you know, you can just pick up a play within an hour. It's amazing. Absolutely adore this game, I really do. Alright, so we need to roll 2d6s now. Just gotta make sure I got my right windows open at all times. So we've got 2 and a 3, so 23. So room 23 is room 23. Ooh, okay, so it's a door with a square leading to a corridor. Interesting. Right, so we have room 23 open. Now, here's the thing about this. I am trying to rotate the rooms, and I'm trying to connect doors to doors. That's what I'm trying to do. So, unfortunately, because of the way this room is laid out, now obviously there's... Okay, so the way this room is laid out, we have a door to door here, but fortunately, this door here is going to be a non-accessible door. So yeah, the party members don't know that, but you know, I'm just gonna say that. I guess I'm just gonna say that after opening the door, they're gonna send one party member around to check the other one. They realize that the door is broken, it's not opening, maybe because of a cave-in, who knows, and then comes back to the party before entering. I think that's probably the most logical way of doing things. Okay, so now we need to roll on the table's content to see what it is we have found. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind a battle actually, because I would like to get another chance to get another XP roll at some point. Okay, so let's roll a 2d6. 11. Ooh, shit. Okay. 11, 11, 11. Yep, I see it already. Roll on the boss table. Okay, so we roll on the boss table. Then roll a d6. Add a +1 for every boss or weird monster you counted so far in the game. If your total is a d6, or if the dungeon layout is complete, this is the final boss. Okay then. So we roll on the boss table, then roll a d6. And a d1 for every... Okay, right, I see what it means. Okay, so we need to roll on the boss table. Where is it? Boss table. Okay, so we need to roll a d6. This is the boss that we're facing. 1. So we're facing a mummy. Okay, so we're facing a mummy. Now, what we need to do is, we'll come back to the mummy in a second. So what we need to do is, we then roll a d6. And we add a +1 for every monster we've faced. Every boss or weird monster we faced. If your total is 6 or plus, or the dungeon layout is complete, it's the final boss. Right, so this means that this could be the final boss. However, if we don't roll a 6 or above, this is not the final boss because our layout's not complete. When it means like the dungeon layout's complete, it means that all the rooms have dead ends, basically. This is not a dead end, this is not a dead end, so this is just a boss that we're coming across. Jesus Christ, what is it with our bosses? Seriously. Okay, so we're gonna add a d6. Now, we've already faced a Orc Brute, which is a boss, so we're gonna do a d6 +1. So if it's 6 or more, it's the final boss. If it's not, then we're gonna have to face it and carry on. Ooh, it's not. This is not the final boss. This is not the final boss. Holy shit. Okay then, mummy, eh? Mummy. Okay, so upon entering the room, the party sees a hulking mummy in a what seems to be like a sarcophagus type room. Man, so this is gonna be interesting. So, the party enters the room. Now this is where we have a little bit of a choice to make. We can either take the fight to the boss, or what happens is we can wait to see what the monster's gonna do. Now there's no point in waiting because the reaction says always fight. So we can't bribe, we can't get a quest or anything, they're just going to see us and they're just going to start charging towards us, so we're going to have to fight. Now, because this is our first like room fight, and because we're taking the fight to the boss, there's a little mechanic called the rush mechanic, which I like to call, I mean it's not called the rush mechanic, but I like to call it the rush mechanic. Okay, so, it says here, if you attack immediately, okay, so here's the thing, right, so in terms of encounters, I mean, you've already read this, but I'll read it again properly, this is our room fight. When your party enters a room and encounters monsters, you have 2 options. You can fight and attack, you can act first and attack the monsters, or you wait to see what the monsters do. If you attack immediately, your characters perform attack rolls and divide them by the level of monsters, thus calculating how many monsters are slain by the attack. For example, a warrior rolls total attack of 7 when attacking a group of goblins, level 3. The attack kills 2 monsters, one goblin with the first 3 points, and another goblin with the extra 3 points and extra points wasted. Your characters may attack in any order you want. Only the monsters that survive when your party turn ends and the monster turn begins get a chance to strike back at your characters. Now, there's nothing here that says anything about boss monsters, so I'm going to take the same rule into effect. So I'm going to say that the 3 party members are going to rush right in and start attacking. So, let's go over the mummy first. So the mummy is a level 5 undead, 4 life points, 2 attacks, and treasure +2, meaning that when we do the treasure roll, we add a +2. Any character killed by a mummy becomes another mummy and must be fought by the party. Shit. Mummies are attacked at +2 by the fireball spell, which we don't. Mummies never test morale, so we never do a morale check. So basically, it's no or nothing. So the minute they become 2 life points, it becomes level 4, and yeah, this is going to be good. Right, so let's do our rush attack first. Okay, so for Infectious, we want a +1, because we're outnumbering the mummy 3 to 1, so we can apply his level, so that's going to be a +1. Sisandrol is a... No, Sisandrol is a plus... Yeah, Sisandrol is a +1 now. Oh no, sorry, no, Infectious is +0 because he's using a light weapon. So it's -1 on the attacking, but because the outnumbered you add it, making it 0. No, Sisandrol is a +1, pardon me. I got confused with that, so he's a +1. And Sweet Luck is a +1 anyway, because of level 1 warrior. Okay, so we'll do a D6. So it needs to be at 5. That's a 1. D6 +1 with Sisandrol. Nope. And 3. No. Okay, so the party rush in and they just miss and miss and miss. So now it's time for the mummy. So the mummy has 2 attacks. So now that we have 3 party members, I've already explained it with the Orc Brute, where basically if an enemy has multiple attacks, they can only do 1 attack per party member, right? So because the Orc Brute was facing Margin and Sisandrol at the time, there was just literally 1 target per attack. But now that we have a mummy and we have 3 targets, what's going to happen is in terms of the combat explanation it gives, it normally goes lowest HP. Does it go lower HP? No, excuse me. Normally goes from racial threat to lowest HP and then randomized. So what I'm going to do is, everyone's at near enough full HP. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to randomize targets. So Sandra is 1, Infectious 2, and Sweet Luck is 3. So I'll do the randomized targets first. So that is Infectious and Sisandrol. Okay. So for the defense rolls, Infectious is a +2, and Sisandrol is a +3. And we need to be at 5. So that's going to be D6 +2 on Infectious. Okay, he clears it. Perfect. Sisandrol is a D6 +3. And he does it. Just. Now that we're in fighting, one thing I didn't go over with the Orc Brute was the explosive 1, the explosive 1 and the explosive 6 rules. So when we get a natural 1, basically, regardless of modifiers, that's an automatic failure. And if we get 6, regardless of modifiers, that's an automatic success. So I'm going to take them into account now. Okay, so the mummy swipes at both of them, misses. Good. Alright. So we're going to go D6 plus Sisandrol. So 1. D6 +1 with Infectious. That's a 2. Jesus Christ. Come on, Sweet Luck. 2. God damn it. Okay, that's Sweet Luck and Sisandrol. So Sweet Luck is a +2 and Sisandrol is a +3. Okay. Just gonna make sure I keep up to date with what I'm doing, do things kind of slowly. I'm going to try and slow things down a little bit compared to the first fight. Okay, sweet look. Misses. Oh shit, so she gets swiped. Oh, she gets swiped. Yeah, so sweet luck comes down from 7 health to 6. Oh crap. First hit. Okay. Sazandral, d6 plus 3. Succeeds. Okay, holy crap. Right, so we're going back to Sazandral's attack roll. 4 doesn't miss. Oh, 4. Closest yet. d6 plus 1 for Nevexius. He did it. He does it. So, while Sazandral sort of distracts the mummy, Nevexius comes from the side and swipes with his sickle. Alright, so bringing that down from 4 to 3. Very nice. Okay, sweet look is coming in with the next attack for d6 plus 1 with a maze. That's a miss. Okay then, right. So he's attacking Nevexius. And he's attacking Sweet Luck. Okay, so we must be doing payback for Nevexius' attack. Alright, so we want Nevexius a plus 2 and plus 2. Okay, so d6 plus 2 for Nevexius. Good, that's a success, or an automatic success as he rolled a 6. And we're going to roll d6 plus 2 for Sweet Luck. Who gets hit again? Who gets hit again? Ooh, Jesus. And that's 5. Down to 5 health. Oh my god. Okay. See who the mummy's got attack now. Oh no, it's our attacks now, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so Sazandral. 1 is a miss. d6 plus 1. Nevexius. He hits. Perfect. Oh, Nevexius is amazing. And because now that we're down to 2 HP, the level becomes 4. So now we have to be at 4, not a 5. Perfect. Now, we can't do a morale test. Now, normally when a creature goes to half HP or a group of enemies goes to half HP, you do a morale test, and on a 1 to 3 they stay, and a 4 to 6 they flee. But mummies don't. Mummies don't test morale. Jesus. Okay, so now they're down to 4. Perfect. Alright, sweet luck. See what we can do. A 2. Bloody hell. Right. Let's go D3. Let's see what the mummy's attacking. Right, so Sazandral and Nevexius. Okay, so we want a D6 plus 3 for Sazandral. Succeeds. Nice. And then we want a D6 plus 2 with Nevexius. And he does it anyway. Jesus. Nevexius is amazing this battle. First fight as well. Not bad. Okay, so D6 for Sazandral. That is not a hit. Nevexius. Yes. Nevexius gets there. Wow. Nevexius is amazing. Bringing that from 2 life points to 1. A sweet look for the finish, maybe. Nope. No hit this time. Jesus Christ, man. Alright, so the mummy's going to retaliate, targeting Nevexius and Sweet Luck. Alright, so we're going to do a d6 plus 2. That's a success, I was going to say. That's a success, because it's 4 we have to beat now. And Sweet Luck, 3. Oh my god, Sweet Luck is getting slapped. 5 health to 4. Jesus Christ, this is tough. Alright, let's see if we can get the finishing blow. Nope. That was Sazandral's turn, Nevexius. Yep, Nevexius gets it. And just like that, 0 HP, and the mummy is done. Oh my god. Oh, wow. Wow. So that's just killed another boss monster. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is actually really good for it. No, it's dangerous. But it's really it's good for us, but it's really dangerous at the same time. Because that's 2 mummies that we fought. Sorry, that's 2 bosses that we fought. And guess what that does? That gives us another XP roll. Yep, that gives us an extra MP roll, extra XP roll, which is amazing. So now we can attempt to level up another one of our... one of our party members now. But before we do, we need to roll on the treasure table. So we got a +2. Yep, so we got a +2. So we're going to roll a... Thank you, game. So we're going to roll a d6 +2. See what we get. Okay, was the treasure table. Perfect. Alright, so let's roll a d6 +2. Okay, 4. So 4, we get 1 gem worth 2d6 plus 5 gold pieces. So we need to roll 2d6, and then we times that by 5. Do we do the formula from here? No, we didn't do it. Okay, well, we'll take the 7, I suppose, since we rolled a 6 and a 1. So yeah, so that's 7 times 5, so we get 35 gold pieces. A gem worth 35 gold pieces, which I think is going to go to... I think it's definitely going to go to... yeah, definitely going to go to Invexious. So I'm going to say that upon taking out the mummy, the party split up to search for any loot, and then within the very sarcophagus that the mummy came out from, Invexious finds a gem. A gem worth 35 gold pieces, so I'm going to write it here, so... Gem times 35 gold pieces. And even though I'm just writing them, when we finish the dungeon, I will update the play sheet with all the up-to-date stuff. I'm just writing them down just to, you know, for quickness, really. Okay then, right, well. Yeah, do you know what? I think I'm going to end it here, actually, because with the first half of the recordings, that was like 20 minutes. I've been recording for 30, so probably about a 40-minute episode, 35 or so. I think this is a good place to leave it off, which is really nice. Or do we do the XP roll first? Actually, half of me wants to give the XP roll to Invexious because he pretty much just soloed that fucking boss. He just soloed it like a man. Honestly, he just soloed it. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to give it to him. He deserves it. Actually, that would be too bad, actually, because that means that we'd have 2 rogues at +3 for defense rolls, and a +1 to outnumbered. However, though, I might give it to Sweet Luck just so she gets an extra HP back, and a +2 to the attack rolls. Again, it's the same dilemma. I don't think I'll give it to Sazandrol, because, you know, he's already leveled, so... I mean, I could give him to level 3 if I wanted to, but I don't think he deserves it. Sweet Luck, I might just give it out of pity, just so she can get her HP back, but I'm thinking Invexious, but... Do you know what? I'll think about it. I'll think about it. And see who truly deserves it. But I'll tell you something. So far, not doing too bad. So, we came into room 51, we found a small bag of gold coins, and then we doubled back, we faced a mummy, another boss, and we, yeah, we found a gem worth 35 gold pieces. Not bad, and a possible another level up. So yeah, not too bad overall, not too bad overall. Right, so yeah, I'm going to end it here. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching today's episode. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Links down below, check them out if you wish. Apart from that, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Take care.